Hello everybody and welcome to the Sovereign Village Project. I wanted to show a quick compost hack. If you're thinking of your system the way I do, which is kind of compost first, which is basically the idea that everything that you produce is completely dependent on how much fertility you can create and how much soil life you can create, and that comes from compost. And so one quick hack to make this process a lot simpler, because you want to make it easier on yourself, because you want to generate massive amounts of compost, and the way to do a lot of anything is to make it really easy on yourself. So my little hack for the day is to tell you to place your compost bins next to the inputs that are going to go into it. For example, right next to it here, we've got all of our chickens and of course our guard cat watching out for them, as well as a lot of our hay stored over here. And so they're creating mulch inside of there. This is really a chicken tractor that's supposed to be taken around the yard more, but in this temporary living situation that we're in, we've put them a little bit more overcrowded in there, and they're stationary just for now, just for a few weeks. We're all kind of overcrowded. The dogs, the cats, the people, and the chickens and rabbits, and everybody's in a little bit tight quarters for a very short period of time here. But they're very close, so all of those inputs, as well as the ones from the nearby rabbit hutch, are easy to bring over. And then the yard that gets mowed is also right here, so all of those grass clippings come here, and then all of the tree line leaves, when they fall in the fall, they also go right in here. All of our inputs are very close by. And then this is kind of a fun one. I'm dealing with a lot of privet, which is highly invasive. However, I can't get rid of this privet. There's way too much on this property for me to tackle because I'm selling it right now. It's a massive project. I don't have the time resources to deal with it. And also this property is surrounded by other properties that have the same privet. So even if I spent tons of time, money, energy in this, the privet would come roaring right back. So since I've got this invasive plant here, I might as well utilize it. So I place the bins right underneath it. And what that allows me to do is, just with a very simple motion, I get handfuls of green. That may not seem like much. It may seem like it's going to take a lot to fill up that bin. But what I kind of use these for is to really recharge the pile and get it going, and add some nitrogen to the mix. And I don't know how scientific that is, but I've been finding that by doing this, boy, do I get some really good compost that turns into an incredibly productive garden. And I just spend a couple of minutes when I'm over here flipping my pile. Honestly, I'll just spend what I'm doing right here on the phone. I'll just spend a few minutes doing that, and I'll get a nice good layer of greens. And then I'm going to bring a layer of browns over from those chickens over there, and that's going to be like their mulches, as well as the manure from their cage. And I'm going to layer that on top, and so we're going to have a whole nother layer of compost that's going to give me not just a lot more compost material, but it's really going to get things active and really going in that pile again. So just a quick little thing to think about is, whenever you're thinking about the placement of your compost bins or whatever your compost system is, make everything as close as possible or completely integrated. In our future place, the chicken coop will be the compost heap. We'll have free-range chickens, but we'll also have a dedicated coop where their job is to get tons of mulch and goodies in the form of food scraps and other things, and they're going to get to dig through that all day long, till it up, scratch it up, break it up, and create the compost inside of the coop, and we'll design it for that. So of course we'll cover all of that as we do it, but in the meantime, this works out really well for me, and it's a huge time saver, and it's allowing me to manually create massive amounts of compost to really start the production on my farm and my homestead. So everyone, hope that's useful to you. In the meantime, stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.